Hey, hi guys. Can you please confirm? I'm audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Just let me know once in the chat.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, Jaya Ravi Teja. Can you please confirm once in the chat?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So let me share my screen and then we can start. Okay, so here is the file. Fine guys, so let me share my screen. Hope this is visible, right?
Yes, sir, it's visible. The screen is visible.
Okay, fine. So any doubt till the last session? Jaya Ravi Teja.
No, sir. We've gone through the entire video again.
Okay, fine. So in our today's session that we are going to use OpenAI API key, and based upon the OpenAI API key that we are going to build one of the application, one of the simple application. Okay. And after that we can understand the complete framework like LangChain and Llama Index from the upcoming class that we can start. But let's try to develop one of the simple application with the help of LangChain so that we will get the idea. Okay, so how the complete LangChain OpenAI works, what are the parameters that we have in our OpenAI, and what are the parameters that we need to take care whenever we are developing the any types of the application using the OpenAI. So as we know, like whenever we are developing the application, okay, so first that we are using the Python programming language, okay. Second here that we are using the OpenAI API key. So these two things that we are using. Now what I'm going to do, so based upon these two things, we are going to develop one of the application, one of the simple application I can say, okay. So let's build a math GPT, where first that we can train the our application for the math types of the questions. So we just need, like in a chat GPT, we can ask any types of the question related to math, history, physics, any type of the question that we can ask. But in this particular math GPT application, what we can do, we can define a prompt. Okay, we can train our model, okay, OpenAI model. Okay, so just respond the answer whenever users ask a math related question. User asks math related question. Now what happened if I show you one of the examples? So let's say here that we have the chat GPT. Let's say we are using the chat GPT here, and in this particular chat GPT, let's say that I'm going to ask one question, one simple question. Okay, one simple question. Okay, so tell me the biggest, tell me the biggest number. And here I'm going to write two number, that is called 0.11 and 0.011. So yes guys, can you please let me know the biggest number from these two numbers?
0.11, sir.
011 is the biggest number. Now let's ask here in chat GPT and let's see the responses. Okay, biggest number from the given input. So this is the simple prompt that we have mentioned. Now let's ask the answer here. So yeah, as I can see, like we are getting the correct answer here, 0.11. But let's increase the data here. So what I'm going to do this time, that I'm going to ask 0.0001 and 0.001. Okay, 0.001 like this one. Now let's see the responses. Here as you can see that we are getting the responses that is called 1. What is the correct output here? What is the correct output here? Yes, Jaya, Ravi, Teja. This is a simple mathematics.
0.001, sir.
0.001. It means this is the first one is our correct output. Now, but we are getting the output that is called 1, and this is the incorrect output. Right? Even Chat GPT giving us a incorrect output. So what we are going to do? We are building one of the application that is called Math GPT, and with the help of this particular application, that we can ask any types of the mathematics questions where we have the like exponential types of the question, or we have the root types of the questions, okay, or we have the square types of the question, like let's say like x in where we have the n is equal to anything, n equal to any numbers, okay, root. So again, let's say that we have the root b squared minus 4ac divided by 4a. So let's say these types of the equation that we can ask with the help of our math GPT. Okay, so the main aim to develop the math GPT application where we can ask any types of the mathematics problem, any types of the mathematics questions, and we will get the detailed explanation and then a complete solution. So two things that we need. First is a detailed explanation, and second is a detailed solution that we need from our chat GPT. Okay, so now what I'm doing, so let me open. So the problem statement is clear, Jaya, Ravi, Teja, what we are
Yes, sir.
developing here and why we are developing. Okay, now what I can do, so let me open the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so here I'm just opening my Jupyter notebook. Just follow the same procedure and try to develop the application right now in a session. Okay, so first create one empty folder. Okay, and try to open your Anaconda prompt or the command prompt in the same Jupyter notebook, in the same directory, like in the same empty directory. Here I'm going to set my path. So yes, right now I'm in the LangChain folder. Okay, so make sure you can set the path and then you can just open the Jupyter notebook. Before opening the Jupyter notebook, what you need to do, you need to create one new environment. So here we can follow one command that is called conda create -p env Python equal to, use the same Python version that is called Python 3.10-y. Okay, so this is the command that we have to create the new environment. So just use the same environment and create the environment here. Jaya and Aviteja, do it right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just complete first and let me know in the chat so that we can proceed with the next point. Use the same command and create the new environment. After that, second command that we can use to activate the environment. So we have the command that is called conda activate env. So just use these two commands, create the new environment and activate your environment. I'm sharing both the commands here. Complete and confirm in the chat, or you can just stay here.
So can we directly do it in command prompt, or do we have to do it in Anaconda prompt, sir?
No, you can do it in command prompt as well.
Okay, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
use
We're
it.
done with this step.
Okay, so environment activated.
No, sir. Activating environment.
Yeah, activate the environment. Ravi Teja, what about you?
Yes, sir. He's done.
Try to complete Ravi Teja from your end as well. Okay.
Yes, sir. I am completing 1 minute. It the process has just got over.
Okay,
Now
okay.
I will activate the environment.
Just follow the initial like 1 or 2 session parallelly, and after that, like after the class, you can do it implementation. It's fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are
First,
following parallelly.
hmm.
Sir, 2 minutes, sir. It's just loading. Uh,
Okay, okay, no
I
issue.
will activate the environment.
No, no issue. Yes, it's done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now after that, after environment activation, you need to install the OpenAI. So let me show you my version. So pip show OpenAI. So here you need to use the command that is called pip install OpenAI equal to 0.28 version. Make sure you use the same version, same OpenAI version. Pip install OpenAI equal to 0.28. Use this version and install the OpenAI.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please. Yeah. Yes, Jaya, go ahead, please.
No, sir. I thought.
Okay, okay. Yes, so OpenAI installation completed.
Yes.
Raviteja.
Yes, sir. I am doing the OpenAI.
Okay, fine. Now, next you need to install the Jupyter notebook. So just write pip install Jupyter. Just install these two things and then we are good to go.
Sir, actually, last time for the last time code we have did the Python version of 3.9, right, sir? So
Yes.
now we are doing on 3.10 version.
Yeah, so even like it will work with the 9 as well. You can
Okay,
use
sir.
9 or
Okay.
10.
I'm
But
doing simultaneously,
uh,
but just that I wanted to clarify. So
so
I asked.
even it will work with the 3.9 as well. But for the OpenAI, make sure you use the 0.28 version only. 0.28 for OpenAI.
Okay.
Just use it and after that open the Jupyter notebook. Make sure you can install the Jupyter notebook first and then open the Jupyter notebook. complete and confirm so that we can proceed. Yes, Jaya, your village is done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now what you can do, so just open the Jupyter notebook, just write Jupyter notebook and open the new notebook. So, let me open it here. Yes. Fine. I hope we all are in the same window, right, Jaya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now what you can do, so here let me check, is my environment activated or not? No, it's not activated, so I need to close this one once. And then I can open it again. Yes, so I'm just activating my environment here. On the activate, I already have the environment in my system. Fine. Now let me open the Jupyter notebook here. So, Jupyter notebook. Okay, fine. Now here I have one file that is called math GPT. So let me open this particular file and let me open the IPYNB file. Okay, fine. So here as you can see in this particular file, okay, we have the objective. Okay, so you have been the task with the developing the user-friendly and accessible math assistant application. As I mentioned that we are going to create the math GPT application. So here the math question input. So users should be able to write any input mathematical question using the both text and the voice input. The application should support both traditional text input and the voice recognition, making it accessible for the wide range of the user. So right now what we are going to do, so we are going to add only the text-based features where user can write the text-based questions And the later part that we can integrate with the voice input whenever we learn the text to speech application. Okay, because for this one we need to learn one library that is called TTS. Okay, so later part that we can integrate, but right now that we are integrating with text application only. Now here the problem that we are solving. So the application should have the built-in function to send the math question to the math GPT API for the answer, and users can ask a variety of the maths related questions, and the application should be provided clear and the accurate solution with detailed explanation. So this is a problem that we are going to ask. Now our application supports the latex support as well. Latex support, it means like we are talking about the like square or the root, okay, or the binomial theorem. So these are the questions that we can see the latex support. Okay, so the application should support the latex notation, allow the user to input the complex mathematical expression and receive the answer in the format that is widely recognized in a mathematical community. Okay, so our application support the latex symbol, or we can say the notation as well. Okay, so this is the main problem that we are going to solve. So first of all, that we need to install OpenAI. So we have already installed the OpenAI. So let me zoom in a little bit. Yes. So make sure you can use the same OpenAI version, that is called OpenAI equal to 0.28. Okay. Now, first of all, that we can import the OpenAI library. So we can just call import OpenAI. Okay. Import OpenAI. And then we can set our OpenAI API key. So here we are just creating one variable that is called API underscore key. Again, this is the variable name. So we can write anything, whatever we want. And then we need to pass our API key. So to generate the API key, you can just search on the Google, open AI API key, search on the Google, get on the first link, open AI API. After that, click on the sign up button. Here, whenever we click on the sign up button, it will redirect to the sign up. So first that we need to sign up here with our credential. So here I need to mention the email ID.
So we can use the API key that we've created for the last
Yes,
project. Yes.
same API key that we can use. Okay, so I
Yes.
hope you
Thank
all
you.
have the API key, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then let me skip this particular point. Yeah. So we can use the same API key, whatever the API key that we have. Okay. Here we can use the API key. After that, we need to call the OpenAI key here. Why? Because we are using this particular API key, this particular OpenAI API key, to call the OpenAI model. OpenAI model. So here, after defining or after creation of the API key variable, we need to call OpenAI, that is called the import OpenAI dot API key, this particular variable, equal to API key, that is called our variable that we need to define. So why we are defining? Because we are going to set this particular API key to our OpenAI model. Okay, so use this particular OpenAI key, and then whatever the questions that we are asking, just give us the response. How? Let me show you here. So whenever we talk about the model, complete LLM model. So in a LLM model, what happened? Like we send the input data. So let's say this is the model that we have. This is the input question that we have here, that we have the input question, input data, that is called input question. Here we are sending this particular input question to the OpenAI model. OpenAI model that we are sending this particular query. Now, based upon the our input data, first that we are sending the query to the OpenAI model, and then this particular OpenAI model, it will help us to generate the final output based upon the our input data. Okay, so in this way, a complete LLM works. Now, right now that we are using OpenAI, let's say later part, if we want to use like Gemini, or let's say if you want to use some other LLM model that is called Llama 2, Llama or Llama 2 or Palm model. So we can use any model. At the end, what we are doing, we are sending the input data to the LLM, and based upon our input data, this particular LLM, it will help us to generate the final output that is called this one. Okay, so let's say I'm asking the question that is called what is 2 plus 2? We are sending this particular 2 plus 2 to our LLM model, and then this particular LLM model, it will help us to generate the output. Okay, so 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. So in this way that we are calling our input data to our model, and then our model, it will help us to generate the final output. Now, if I jump into the notebook, okay. So here, what we are doing. So this thing is clear, guys. Can you please confirm? Yes. Now let me write the code here in the chat as well, so that you can just copy and paste. So first, import the
Yes,
OpenAI.
sir. We did that one.
Okay. So define the API and then call this one. Fine. Now after that, what we are doing? So here we are creating one function, one simple Python function that we are creating. But before this one, let me execute this cell. So let me run. Make sure you can execute the cell. Yeah. So now as you can see that we are able to execute. So yeah, this is fine. Now next thing that we need to write the function. So here we are writing the function. Okay. So define a function to ask the math question. So whenever we are defining the math question, this is the function name that we are going to define. So whenever we are developing the application, definitely that we need to ask some query, some question, some input data. So here we are defining one argument that is called question. So this particular question asked by the user. Okay, user. So we are defining the function. So define the function, and this is the function name that we have, that is called ask the math question, and we are going to define one argument that is called question. Now we are going to create the conversation. To create the conversation with the user question, okay, user and the AI model. AI model that is called OpenAI. So here I'm just creating one variable that is called conversation, and in the form of list, I'm going to define two role. Two role, it means first can we say like this one? Okay, so this role, this input role, this input role, this input role, this is for user. Can we say like this one? This is for user, and this output role is for AI. Can we say like this one, guys? Jaya, Ravi, Reja, can we say like this one? Input
Yes.
coming from the user and output generating from the LLM model, that is called from the AI model. We can say like this one, right? So what I'm doing here, so here I just created one
Yes,
variable
sir.
that is called conversation equal to, in a list I'm going to define both the role, user roles. Here I'm just defining both the role, that is called user role plus user role plus AI role. So role that we are going to define, role. Okay. So the first role that we are calling role as a system, it means this is the AI. Okay. And the content that we are going to define, okay, so you are the math tutor, or we can write any prompt. Okay, this is the simple prompt that I'm writing. Okay, so you are the math tutor, or you can write, okay, so you are the math expert, you have the 9-10 years of experience, and based upon this one, okay, based upon your past experience, whatever the question that I'm asking, just give us the responses. So in this way, what you can do, you can just write one simple prompt. So this is the prompt that I'm writing. Okay, so you are the math tutor. Okay, so this is for the AI, this is for the AI role. Okay. Now second role that we need to define for the user role. For the user role, so here second role I'm just calling role user, and the content that I'm going to define the question, that is called 2 plus 2. That is called 2 plus 2. So here the role that we are going to define user, and the question or the content that we are defining, that is called question. Again, the question is anything, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 4, 4 plus 5, anything, any questions as a user that we can ask. But the role is constant. Role is constant. So that's why that we are calling this particular role in a quotation. Okay, because this particular role is a constant. Okay, but again, question, every time that we need to change this particular question, that's why we are calling this particular question without the quotation mark. Okay, so here role as a AI, that is called system. Content is a, you are the math tutor. Again, role is a user, and the content is a our question. Again, question is anything, any math related question that we can ask here. Okay. Now after that, this is for the first variable that is called conversation. So we are just creating the conversation with the user and AI. User question and AI responses. Okay, AI responses. Now, based upon this two rule, we are generating the responses. So here I'm just calling response variable equal to OpenAI. So we are using the OpenAI module from here, OpenAI. So OpenAI dot chat completion dot create. So in a OpenAI, we have one inbuilt function that is called chat completion. And this particular chat completion, it will help us to complete our task. Okay. So chat completion, it will help us to complete our entire task, whatever the task or whatever the query that we are going to ask. So this chat completion help us to complete our query as a output responses, or we can say it will help us to complete our task, whatever the task that we are going to assign to the AI model. Okay, dot create. So based upon the content, it will create the complete responses. Now in this particular OpenAI dot chat completion dot create, we are going to define two argument. So here, if I show you OpenAI models, so we have the multiple models actually. Okay, so we have the GPT-4, we have the GPT-4.0, we have the GPT-4o mini, and the multiple model that we have. As you can see, we have the multiple model that is called GPT-4 or GPT-4o mini. Okay, O preview and the O1 mini version that we have. This is the actually latest version that we have, latest model that we have. Okay, now GPT-4 Turbo and GPT-4, GPT 3.5, and the so on. So right now we are using GPT 3.5 Turbo model, and as you can see, this is the fast model, inexpensive model for the simple task. Okay, for the simple task. Again, like the mathematical question, this is the simple task that we have. So we are using the simple model that is called GPT 3.5 Turbo model. Okay, now here this particular OpenAI, from the OpenAI, we are using the model, first model that is called GPT 3.5 Turbo model, and the message is based upon this particular conversation. So user ask the question and then AI give us the responses. So these two argument that we are calling, first is a model and second is a message. So yes guys, let me know till here if you have any doubt.
No.
Clear now? Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Now after that, as we are calling the model and now we are defining the role and we are asking the question as well. So here we are defining the one argument that is called question. So it means as a user, we are asking the question. Now what I'm going to do, so here we are going to extract and return the model reply. We are returning the model reply. Okay. So what happened here? Here we are just calling reply or responses, and from the responses, let's say that it might be possible, like whenever we are using the chat GPT, we are getting the multiple responses. Let's say like here I'm using what is 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2. Tell me the explanation. Detail explanation. Let me press enter button. Now here I will get the first explanation. Now again I am writing, tell me the another ways to solve this question. So it might be possible that we will get the another way. Again, this is the simple question. Okay, so let's see. Now you can see we are getting the another way to solve the question, and at the end that we will get the same responses. So what we are doing here, so as you can see, we are calling reply equal to responses. So AI responses, choices of first responses that we need. From the responses that we need of first responses, message, and the content that we need. I will show you. Let me remove this part, this 2 point first of all. Okay, let me remove why we are calling this one. So I will show you. Okay, so here that we are just calling the response, and from the choices that we are calling the first responses, and then we are going to return the reply. After that, we are calling the entry point to execute this particular function. Entry point to execute this particular function. So we are just calling if underscore underscore name equal to main. We are calling the while true. So while true question. So whatever the users, they have the question. So ask the math question or type exit to quiet the cell. Okay. If the question dot lower equal to exit, then we are going to break the cell. Else ask the question. So ask the math question. Here the user, they can enter the question and then they will get the entire responses. So what I'm doing, let me copy the question. This is the one of the question that I have. Let me execute this cell. Now here you can see that we are getting here. So ask the math question or type to exit. So ask the math question or type to exit. Simple. Now here I'm just asking one question and let me press the enter button. And then see the responses. Now see, this is running. This is running here. Right now it's running. So let's wait till the completion. Star, it means it's running. So let's wait till the completion. Okay, so it's completed. Now as you can see here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the exit right now. Let's exit this. Sorry. So exit and press the enter. Now done. Okay, now as you can see here, I'm asking the question. Okay, so ask the math question, and I mentioned, can you help me with the problem related to the complex number? I would like to multiply 3 plus 4i by minus 2 minus I. So this is the complex number related question that we have. So we are asking the complex number related question. Now as you can see in this particular math GPT, so we are getting the responses from the math GPT. Index that we have 0. Okay, so here we are calling the index that is called 0 first. Okay, now message that is called role as a assistant. So if I show you, so as you can see here that we have the role as a system, and the content that we are getting, this one we are asking the question, and then here we are getting the responses. Okay, so we are getting the responses from the assistant that is called AI assistant. Now here we are getting the content. Okay, so of course, to multiply the two complex number, you can use the formula like this one. So this is the formula that we have, a plus bi into c plus di. So this is the formula that we are getting, equal to ac minus bd plus bc minus ac minus bd plus ad plus bc. Okay, so this is the formula that we are getting. Now what I can do, let me ask the same question to the chat GPT. Let's verify our answer first. Is this correct or not? So I'm just opening the new window. Let me ask the same question. Here as you can see, we are getting the direct multiplication without any formula. We don't have any formula here, right? But here as you can see that we are getting the, first of all, that we are getting the formula. Okay, so we can use this particular formula to calculate a two number, to multiply the two number, that is called 3 plus 4i by minus 2 minus I. Okay, and then first we are getting the formula, and then we are getting the multiplication. So here as you can see, we have the complete data. So given your complex number are 3 plus 4i and minus 2 minus I, you can substitute the value and the so on, that we are getting the final output, that is called here. So the final output that we have, minus 2 minus 11i. Let's verify the output. So minus 2 and minus 11i. So the output wise that we are getting the correct output, but explanation wise that we have the little bit differences. Apart from this one, as you can see, we have some unnecessary text here. So these are the unnecessary text. These are the unnecessary text that we are getting, right? So that's why here we are just calling, okay, so I just need the message, and I just need the content, nothing else. I just need the message and I just need the content, nothing else. So let me execute again and let me show you. Now it's running again. So yeah, now as you can see the output. Now you can see the output. We are not getting any unnecessary data here, right? Can you please confirm? Jaya Ravi Teja. Now we are not getting any unnecessary content here, right? Or let me show you again.
Yes.
Let me show you again. So let me comment this one. Let me rerun. Okay, so first I need to exit this one actually. Okay, let me rerun again. Let me ask. Let me rerun. Now see the responses here. So now as you can see, we are getting the unnecessary responses here, unnecessary responses were. So let me exit here. Okay. Now let me copy this particular code again. Let me take into the new shell. New shell. Okay. Let me execute. Now again, I'm asking the same question from here. Same question. Let me press the enter. Now as you can see, we are not getting the okay. So I need to uncomment actually this one. Let me execute once again and then press the enter. Now we will get the responses without the unnecessary things. So first that we are getting the complete formula, and based upon the formula that we are getting the complete detailed explanation and the output that we are getting. Okay. So these first that we are getting the responses, and based upon the responses that we are calling the message. Okay. So this is the message that we are calling, this particular message. So I need the output under whatever the thing that we have under this particular message variable, under this particular message dictionary, actually not a variable, dictionary. Okay, so this is the key and this is the final value that we have. So what I want, I need the data available under this particular message key. Okay, so we are getting this particular output. Now under this particular output, again, as you can see, we have one more variable that is called content. So what I want, first I need output from here to here, and after that I just need the output whatever the things available under this particular content only, this particular content. So under this particular content that we have the output that is called this one, right? So as you can see, the output, whenever we are calling the content, we are getting the only output that we are getting, this one, from starting from 0 to till the last from here, -2 -11i. So if I show you again, so as you can see, -2 -11i starting from here, and here as you can see the 0. Okay, so in this way, whatever the things that we want to access, we can just call. Okay, so if you want the output under the message things, so you can just call the message and then you can remove the content part. Or if you just need the content output, you just need to call the content here. Clear this particular point, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, so here you can see, again, ask the math question or type to exit. So here I'm asking the another question. So here I have some more question here. So let me ask this question. Or let's calculate the square root of 20, square root of 25. So what is the square root of 25? 625, right? Let's press the enter button. Okay, sorry, square root of 25, it means 5, not 625. I just did the multiplication. Okay, so you can see, like, we are getting the output. Calculate the square root of 25, that is called the square root of 25 is 5. Now here I'm just writing calculate the square root of 25 and explain all the steps. Let me press the enter button. Now just wait for the output here. So as you can see, we are getting the output here. So calculate the square root of 25 and explain all the steps. So here calculate the square root. First write 25 as a product of its prime factor. Okay. Pair up the prime factor and then take one factor from the pair outside the square root, and then this is called our final output. So on, if you want, I will ask some other question as well. So let's say this particular question. Solve for x 2x plus 3 equal to 11. This is the equation that we have. So solve x equal to 2x plus 3 equal to 11. So this is the equation that we have. Let me press the enter button. See the output, x equal to 4. First, we have the step-by-step solution. So 2x plus 3 equal to 11. Subtract 3 from the both side. So 2x equal to 8. Then divide both side by 2 and x equal to 4 that we are getting. If you want same question here in a chat GPT, let me ask here. Little bit differences that you will get. Little bit differences, not much. Yeah, as you can see, the final output is 4, but in a explanation that we have little bit differences. Okay, not much, a little bit differences that we have. Okay, so yes, guys, can you please confirm till here? Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Ravi Teja?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, so now I'm just sharing this particular code. Try to execute in your system and check it out. It's working or not. Okay, so let me.
Yes, sir. It's working finally.
Okay,
Till
so do you
there.
have the code?
Yes, sir. We've run it.
Okay, fine. Now, if it's working,
Sir,
then let's
the radio, we have did that pip install radio thing, sir, and down we got an error.
Okay, so tell me the error.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing the error.
Share in the chat. Understand the logic first. Okay, so how that we are building. Okay, the parameter, whatever the parameter that we are using, nothing else. Okay, so let me check. So could not install the package due to the OS binner. The process cannot be accessed file because it will need another process admin API environment. Gradio installation, right? So you are just calling in a Jupyter notebook or in a local environment?
In Jupyter Notebook directly we are calling, sir. Same like as you installed, like exclamatory pip install Gradio we did, but we
Okay,
there I
so
am
yeah,
getting error.
it's the same issue.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then do one thing, just share your screen. Anyone?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing my screen. Can
Fine.
you?
Yes, yes.
The screen is visible, sir.
Share your entire screen actually.
I shared the entire screen only, sir.
Okay, fine. Then open first of all the local folder where you have the Jupyter notebook or the environment that you have created.
Yes, sir. This is the local folder
Okay,
where I
okay,
have created the environment.
okay, fine. So do one thing. Open the Enconda prompt in the same directory. No, no, new one. Enconda prompt or the command prompt. Anything you can just no, no. Don't close. Okay, fine, no issue. Open it. Open it. Activate the environment. Just write conda activate env. Conda.
Yes, sir.
Jaya, even you can follow the same approach.
Yes.
env.
And forward or backward, you can write anything. And press the enter button. Okay. Now just write here pip install hyphen hyphen user pip install hyphen hyphen user space gradio. Yes. Yes, it's
Yes,
working.
sir.
Open the Jupyter notebook. Just write no. Write here Jupyter notebook.
There only. Okay.
Yes. Write here Jupyter notebook and open it. Open the Jupyter notebook. Where is your why you create wait. Open the local folder. No, local folder.
Sir.
Open the local folder.
Okay,
Open
I'm
your local
opening.
folder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Open the env file.
Yes, sir.
Go down and find out the IPONV file. Math GPT. Whatever the file name that you have.
Yes, sir. I'm finding 1 minute.
No, it's below somewhere. No, below. Just go down below. Why is it? No, go back. Go back.
Here it's there, sir.
Open it. No, not like this one. Not like this one. Close it. Remove the search bar. Remove the search bar.
Yes, sir.
Go down. Wait. Here you can see
Here.
artificial license. Yes. Cut.
Here.
Yes. Cut this file and paste. First cut
Yes, sir.
and now go back again in a API folder.
Yes, sir.
Paste here.
Yes,
Same
sir.
thing, Jaya, you can do. Okay. So under the environment folder, okay, we can't do anything. No need to do any changes. Okay. This is the environment file. So we just create the environment file and keep it constant. Don't do any modification. Okay. Now open your Chrome browser. Open your Chrome browser. Yes, Ravi Teja, are you there? Jaya, can you please check? Jaya? Hello. Jay, am I audible?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Jay.
Sorry, sir. There was a power outage. So,
Okay. Okay. Hey, Ravi Teja.
yes, sir. He'll join in, sir.
Okay. So, meanwhile, like if you are getting the issue, same issue, just share your screen. Let's solve this one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jay.
Sir, I'm
Hello.
actually working in another laptop, so I can't screen share that. So,
Okay, fine. No issue. Then what you can do now, you can just follow the same approach.
yes, sir.
You can just follow the same approach, and if you face the any issue, you can just let me know in a group.
Yes, sir. I'll contact.
Okay, fine. So shall we continue with the Gradio or like?
Yes, sir. We can join. We can continue.
Okay, fine. And let me share my screen. Yes, so can you please confirm? Visible, right?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. We can see.
Okay, fine. So this is our like Math GPT application. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert the same application into the Gradio application. So first of all, what you need to do, so you need to install the Gradio. So you just need to call the pip install Gradio. Okay, and after that, here we are going to import the library first of all. So import Gradio as gr, import the OpenAI. So here we are going to import the OpenAI. Then we are going to set the OpenAI key. So we have the multiple way to set the OpenAI key. We just create the variable and then we can pass the OpenAI key. But in this way, what happens? Let's say if we are going to upload the project on the GitHub. So it might be possible the other members, they can just copy and paste and then they can use our paid API key. So what we can do, instead of creating the variable like this one, we can use the get pass library. So we have one get pass library. With the help of this particular get pass library, what we can do, whenever we execute our project, it will ask, okay, so enter your API key first and then it will hide our entire API key. Okay. So what I'm doing here, so first I'm going to import. So from get pass, import the get pass library. Now I'm just creating one variable that is called OpenAI API key, and we are creating the object for get pass so that we can hide our API key. No need to reveal on the GitHub. So that's why we are going to hide this one. Now after that, same code that we have. So we are just copy and pasting the same variable, whatever the variable that we have discussed, ask math question. Okay. Now here I'm just calling one more variable to create the user interface for Gradio application. So here I'm just creating one variable that is called, okay, so define the function math GPT interface. So this is the function name that I'm going to define. And here I'm just defining one variable that is called function, a question, a user question. Now a variable that is called answer. So based upon the question, like this particular function, user can ask the question and then they will get the responses, that is called return the answers or return the responses variable that we are going to call. Now here I'm going to create the user interface. So iface equal to gr.interface. Okay. So if you want, I will share one of the detailed Gradio tutorial. Okay, where I explain each and everything in a detail related to a Gradio. Okay, but right now just try to understand. So in a Gradio, so this is the Gradio library that we are calling, that is called gr. So Gradio dot interface. So we are going to create user interface for Gradio, and in this particular Gradio we have some argument. We need to pass some argument. So the first argument that I'm calling fn, that is called math interface. So this is the function that we are calling. Okay, so create one math interface where user can ask the question. First user can ask the question and then they will get the response. So fn, it means we are going to create the interface for the math question. Now input, that it is expecting the input as a text only. Outputs as a outputs as a text only. So here we are defining inputs, define a pass input as a text and output as a text. Live equal to true, it means let's say if you want to create the shareable link. So whenever we execute the Streamlit or the Flask application, we are getting one link to access the application in a Chrome browser. So if you want the link, you can just say live equal to true. If you don't want the link, just say live equal to false. Title that I'm going to say, that is called math GPT, and here description that I'm going to pass. Okay, so ask the math question and get the answers from the math GPT. So this is the simple interface that we are creating, user interface. Now here I'm just calling the entry point, that is called name and main, name underscore underscore name equal to main, and then we are going to launch this particular user interface, that is called Gradio user interface. Now when I execute this particular shell, it will ask first of all enter your API key. So let's wait. As you can see right now it's running. So first it will ask, okay, so enter your API key. Now as you can see, so here we are getting enter your API key. So what I'm going to do here, so let me copy and paste my API key from above cell. So this is the API key. Yes. Press enter. Now, as you can see, we are getting the link. So what we can do, we can use this particular link to access our application, as well as we can use this particular user interface to ask the question. So here you can see, ask the math question, description and title that we have math GPT. Here we have the question, we have the answer. Okay, same that we have here as well. So as you can see, ask the math question. So this is the, if you are going to call live equal to true, you will get the server link. Okay, localhost URL where you can access the application. If you are just calling live equal to false, in this case, you can't get this particular local URL link. Okay, now here what I'm doing. So let me use both the like user interface. So here first I'm using, okay, so what is 5 plus 7? Let me ask here. Now whenever I enter, we will get the responses here. So as you can see, 5 plus 7 equal to 12. Okay, what is 5 plus 7? Explain. I'm just calling explain. Now see, 5 plus 7 is a simple addition problem. When you add 5 and 7 together, you are combining the two numbers to find the total. In this case, when you add 5 and 7, you will get 12. Okay, now second question. So calculate the square root of 25. So again, I need the explanation. So I'm just calling explain. So here, as you can see, the value that when we multiply, okay, so here actually we are getting like, yeah, as you can see, we are getting the entire output. So the square root of number is value that when we multiply by itself, it gives us the original number and then so on that we are getting, and the final output this is. Okay, now if I remove the explain part, see the output. We will get the final output only. The square root of 5 is 25 is 5. Okay, so if you want the explanation, just write the explain. Okay, now after that, solve the x equal to 2x plus 3 equal to 11. So now I am using this particular application. Let's press the enter. So as you can see, we are getting the detailed explanations to solve this particular equation. Subtract with 3, okay, divide with 2, and so on, that we are getting final output that is called 4. Same, we have the another question that is called find the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle with the length of 10 unit and the width of 5 units. So as you can see, we are getting the area of rectangle is 50 square unit. This is the entire explanation that we have. Okay, so in this way, what we can do, so we can just create the complete user interface with the help of Gradio. Clear, everyone? Clear? Here I attached
Yes,
some
sir,
of the
clear.
example here. So answer verification. So if you want to do the any verification, so you can just check it out based upon this one that we are getting the final responses. So for the verification purpose, I mentioned some types of the screenshot here. Okay, so in this way that we can create the math GPT application. Now I have one more thing. So let me show you here. Yes, so here I have the stimulate application as well. Okay, so let me show you here application as well. So yes, this is the stimulate application that we have. So as you can see, we are just importing the stimulate application. We are calling the OpenAI key that we are going to define. Okay, now after that we are just defining the same function, just copy and paste, nothing else. Now main function that we are going to define, because we need to create the stimulate application. So st.title, we are going to define math GPT application. Here language in English preferred unit that is called imperial. Okay, and then we are going to define here the sidebar and all. Okay, because we need the answers as well. So that's why we are just calling these things. Okay, so if I show you here our stimulate application, so let me open the stimulate application here. But first that I need to install the stimulate. So here let me install Conda activate env. Now click install. Stimulate. Yes, so let me install this one. Meanwhile, let me write the task here. Okay, so I will share this particular Jupyter notebook with you guys. Okay, so you can use this particular Jupyter notebook. Now what you need to do, so math GPT that we are using here. So what you can do, create a medical related application. No, medical related is a little difficult because we need to take care of the many things. Okay, or just create the medical application. Okay, so create the medical related application where user can ask only medical related questions. Okay, so first Jupyter notebook, second Gradio application. Okay, can I add the Streamlit as well, Jaya, Ravi Teja, or later part Streamlit? Because
Can
till
we
now I
get
have
it
not
on later,
completed the
sir?
Streamlit, so just confirm. If you need, I will add the Streamlit. Else, like later
We'll
part I will add.
we'll do the Gradio, sir, until Gradio.
Okay, fine. So let me add these two things only: Jupyter notebook and the Gradio. Make sure if user asking some other question, let's say some financial related question or the mathematical related question, okay, so in this case they will get the responses. Okay, so as some message you need to print. Okay, so as I am a medical expert, so please ask medical related queries. Okay, so if the user asking some math like math, physics, chemistry related question, in this case this is the message that you need to pop up, or this is the message that you need to pass. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So this is the like simple application that you need to create before the next class. Let me show you the Streamlit. Yeah, so let me run Streamlit, run app.py. Even I will discuss the Streamlit as well, like in our upcoming session, don't worry. So Streamlit run, do we have the application? Okay, sorry. So first I need to jump into the math GPT file. So here is the math GPT file. Now I can run. Allow. Okay, so we are getting some issue here. So okay, so as you can see in that, like I'm not calling the API key, that's why we are getting the issue here. So config, and we are not calling the API key. Okay, so what I can do, let me use the other file. Let me check it's working or not. Else I need to do the modification a little bit. Okay, fine, no issue. Streamlit I will show you in another, like in our upcoming session. Okay, but what you can do, try to complete till the like Jupyter notebook and the Gradio application. Okay, fine. Jaya, Ravi Teja.
By next class.
Before the next class. Okay, and next class can be scheduled tomorrow or Sunday. Yes, Jaya, because I need an assignment. Okay, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, sir.
Tomorrow, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, same time. Because see, upcoming week, most probably I will schedule the class a complete whole week, Monday to Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because the last week we are like we did not have any session because of your exam, Jaya. Okay, so most probably coming week I will schedule like Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday, entire week.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tomorrow or like Sunday, just confirm once.
Tomorrow is fine, sir.
Tomorrow, fine. Then tomorrow, same time that we can connect. Make sure before the tomorrow session, try to complete the assignment.
Sir, can you share that gradient Gradio video also, sir?
I will share this particular link. Don't worry. Complete Jupyter
Yes,
notebook I
sir.
will share. Okay. I will share
Thank you.
Jupyter notebook. Okay. Fine, guys. So yeah, that's it for today. Okay. Next session that we can discuss like Streamlit application, and then we can jump into the framework that is called LangChain.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Make sure you can complete the assignment before the next session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Brian. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.